My biggest tip for this is rushing your first flick, I think will help you a lot. Generally, oh, I forgot to start the shared chat. Let me do that real quick. Okay, sorry. Distracted. Generally, with the over aim drill, like when you're flicking in this game, it's a lot about speed. So I'll kind of show you that when we hop into the range. But this one's all about speed. So our steps are looking nice, but the fact that our flick is so slow is giving you such little time to actually go for that step after. So if we can rush our first flick a little bit more, this would be a lot easier for you, I think.
Yeah.
I like to call it flick confidence, but oddly enough, people tend to flick faster the lower their sensitivity is, because flick confidence goes up. Whereas when you're on a
Interesting.
yeah, very strange. But when you're on a higher sensitivity, if you think about it like this, a higher sensitivity is harder to control. So you're going to be a lot more, I guess, cautious when you're approaching your flicks, and you don't want to over flick. Whereas if you're on a lower sensitivity, you can kind of just like throw your arm around. So I think I'm in the game. Yes, I am. Okay. So just to kind of showcase this a little bit, I'm going to start with the easy bots and kind of just go from there. But I really want to highlight that flick portion, which my sensitivity is a little bit high right now. But that flick portion. So at this, at the start, before you hop into your ranked game, you could just do this. Just have this bot spawn. Don't even move yet. Just like really prioritize getting your first your flick really quick, and then once you get your flick really quick down, you can start adding that movement piece into it. And you don't even have to shoot yet. Whoops, that was the wrong direction.
Yeah,
But
I
just
think
like, go ahead.
since this was like the first time that I was doing this specific drill or like these specific benchmarks, I was like trying at the same time to remember to move, because usually when I do the bots, I don't move.
I
So
see. That makes sense. Yeah. The combining the three parts is a little bit strange for sure. If you can make it automatic though, that's where you really like where the game becomes really, I guess, easy. So flick first. We'll have you do this a couple times. Really push your speed here. It might help if you want to warm up your flicks by doing like medium bots or hard bots by dashing into the range. I like doing this where I'm
oh
like
my
in the range,
goodness.
and then like I'll rush the flicks. Just taking inspiration from Valen's warm up here. But you can warm up your flicks if you want to, and then we can go back and do the benchmarks. I guess I'm on easy already, and then you can just prioritize the flick here, making sure you're over flick. Don't even move yet. Just get that flick down, really pushing your speed. And the goal of this, because you're correcting your crosshair with your movement anyways, landing close to the target is not that important, weirdly enough, because like you're going for the micro adjustment with your strafe, right? So like actually being on target is like not the goal here. You're just trying to land slightly after, and then you go for that recorrect after. And then once you get your flick down, your flick speed down, you will just you'll add your movement in after, and you try to eventually get it to the same time where you're flicking and moving at the same time, and then you can add in the shooting afterwards. So that's the way that I like to kind of approach these benchmarks. I think if you kind of take it step by step, it'll be a lot easier. But I am terrible. But generally, if you speed up your flick, everything becomes a little bit easier, I think. So
Okay.
yeah. As for the dead zoning drill, I mean, I've kind of spoken about this a little bit, but dead zoning to me is kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I've never felt strongly about learning it, so I don't have a huge. If I were to do the benchmark right now, I don't think I would do that well. Maybe I could try really quickly, but generally, dead zoning for me is a very difficult skill, and I don't think it's useful in game necessarily. Aside from like pre-firing, so yeah, you can like learn the skill, and it might benefit you with like single fire weapons, but um, I do lean on the side more of like being a sprayer anyways, so that's probably why I don't really dead zone too much. I just like to pre-fire angles. Like that's really the only use case I see for it. It's like this. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's my quick feedback on the benchmarks. I guess, did you have any questions or
I don't think
comments?
so. I honestly do think that I'll just need to practice them more.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a some more time thing. And then one thing I wanted to highlight is how far we've came. So I was looking through the Deadlock Fracture game that you played after the benchmarks, and yeah, we're doing the 2-bullet strafing. Our crosshair placement's a lot better, and we are strafing a lot wider. So throughout this defense half, actually, we're kind of popping off, but maybe I shouldn't have started on the flash. But you can see here, we shoot our bullets, we strafe again. Always staying mobile is good. Get the reload down, and then you can see here we are also moving on this fight here, and then we eventually get a fight on the Sage. Boom. So although we don't get the kill, that's something that I want to discuss maybe a few weeks from now. The idea of spraying to simplify your gun duels. But you can see, despite us having really good gun hygiene here and moving, he was able to get the kill first by just standing still and shooting our body, right? So that's, I personally think that you can simplify the game a lot by being good with spraying, but that's not to say that you should learn spraying first. I think now that our 2-bullet strafes have gotten to the point to where it's looking a lot more comfortable, I don't want to cut that momentum yet. I think, maybe keep at it for a little bit longer. And then once that starts being very, I guess, intuitive, we will introduce spraying, and then you'll be able to, simplify the gun duel a bit more, for sure.
Yeah, sometimes during the death matches, I'm like, oh, that should have been a spray, but like in the moment, I'm still stressed about
2-bullet
committing
burst.
to it. I guess, like, yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's a good point too. Spraying is a whole different commitment issue as well. Whereas like 2-bullet bursting, you can kind of feel like you're getting away with the movement. So yeah. I guess aside from that, just to update, I guess, chat, the plan for today is to watch Path play a ranked game. No pressure, of course.
No pressure.
I think I will do my best to give subtle feedback, but the majority of the feedback is going to be done after the game. So I'm just going to be clipping on my end some rounds and stuff like that. And then after the round is over, I'm going to be on slight delay because I'll be watching Path's gameplay from their stream, and which will force me to have a couple seconds delay so that I'm not backseating during the match. So during the pre-round, I'll give you a bit more subtle reminders like, hey, make sure you're fast rotating, or I noticed your crosshair placement's a little bit low, maybe extra focus on that this round. Just like subtle cues to kind of just help Path refocus on the game. And then after the match itself, I will we'll go through any specific rounds or moments that I've clipped just to kind of go into a little bit more. But I think at the stage we're at now, a lot of it is just going to be a lot more repetition and dialing in the things that we've talked about, specifically with mechanics and fast rotating and stuff, rather than introducing any new concepts. So that's kind of the idea behind this.
Okay.
But yeah, you'll do great, and if you don't, it's also fine. There's ultimately, it is what it is. We could very well just get matched against a Smurf and it all goes south. So that
I'm
is
sure it'll be fine.
the reality of Valorant. But yeah, I guess I'll hop over to your stream, and I guess I'll stop sharing my screen on Discord.
Okay.
And then maybe I'm trying to think. Maybe the best way to do this would be to be in a Discord channel server where I have permissions, and then I would just manually deafen you and undeafen you, because I'll be listening to your stream anyways.
Okay.
And by undeafening you, you could hear my feedback, if that makes sense.
No.
No. Okay. So yeah, it'll make sense once we're in the Discord server. So let's see. Do we share a Discord server? I think we do, right?
I'm in your dojo.
Okay, so let me make a private one in the dojo, and then I'll drag you over. Let's see. Private voice. Okay, if you could just join any voice channel in that server, I'll drag you over.
I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous.
Sorry. Let's see.
Did it work?
Okay. Yes. So, just so you can kind of understand what's going to go on, I'm going to server deafen you soon. And
Oh.
so then when you're going to be talking, playing your match, whatever, talking to stream, playing your game, whatever. And then I will randomly undeafen you so you can hear me. But like if I deafen you now.
Okay.
And then yeah, easy peasy.
I'm so nervous. Okay, I'm in queue.
Okay. Yeah, reset the nervous system. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's all fine.
It's fine. No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
Also,
okay.
No Reina.
Go ahead.
So I'll have to be Deadlock.
Yeah, I saw that.
Match found.
That's a little bit strange, but maybe that plays to our strength a little bit because I know your Deadlock's a bit more comfortable. Okay.
We're ready to clip your mistakes.
Yes, I have it on hand. Don't worry. Okay. I will go ahead and deafen you, and you can lock in. Good luck. I guess I should see the map first. So what are we doing? We're playing Haven?
We're doing Haven.
Okay, yeah. If you're starting defense, just worry about fast rotating. So maybe play on B, wall front B, and just move fast.
Okay.
Alrighty.
No Reina has made ranked so enjoyable the past 3 days. Why? No pressure, but don't disappoint your sensei. Hello, team. Keeping the vibes positive. Very silent, though. Very silent, though.
Hello, guys.
They would have responded to an XD.
This poor place. You used to be so beautiful. Don't worry. I'll send you off with a bang.
Okay, we're attacking first.
Sound sensor up.
Knife deployed. Target sighted A. One suppressed.
There.
Throwing charge.
Dropping smokes. Reloading.
Oh my goodness.
Sensor down.
Flash.
One enemy remaining.
Over there.
Target sighted
On my mark.
A. Flashbang.
Flawless.
We are just really good. Their death demands our attention.
Yeah, very easy for you. Good work. Good movement on the jet.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I bought a skin yesterday.
There. Listening.
Suppressing.
Reloading. Dropping smokes.
Flash.
Target down. No escape. Spike planted. Barrier deployed. Sensor tripped.
Oh my god. Oh, forgot to reload.
One enemy remaining.
That's 3.
Knife deployed. And we're
Yeah,
clear.
that was good. Good movement there. Main thing I wanted to quickly mention is feel free to use your grav net or your wall during the sight hit instead of having gun out if you have a teammate in front of you. But other than that, we're looking good.
I'm usually scared of accidentally hitting my teammate with it.
Yeah, I feel that. Just throw it deep somewhere, like backside normally.
Yeah.
Or your wall even. Either or is good.
Everyone's going Spectre. Should I still go rifle?
You could buy a rifle here.
Where are we going?
Shutting them down.
Listening. Spike carriers down.
Spike down mid.
No chance. Spike retrieved.
Where are we going?
See ya. Throwing net.
Shutting them down. To suppress.
All about.
One enemy remaining. Spike
No
down B.
surprises.
I have retrieved the spike.
Thirty seconds left.
Blocking movement.
What?
You didn't plant.
Throwing net.
Planted the spike.
Oops.
Deadlock,
Goodbye, team.
Who said this wouldn't be fun?
I didn't
I'm
hear what
having
my
a
teammate
blast.
said.
Reloading. Need a drop.
Yeah, you're doing good. Keep it up.
Tear them down. Sound sensor up.
Suppressor.
Oh my
Target
god.
sighted. One suppressed.
No
Oh my
peeking.
god.
Throwing charge.
Drop in a smoke. No escape. Sensor tripped. Bomb buddy out.
Spike down A.
Yeah, that was good
Last
movement.
player
Don't worry about it.
standing.
That's just how some of the fights will go if they end up hitting the crouch spray and they hit the shot spray. So, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You're doing a good job. You can see how powerful the crouch spray can be, but
Surrounded by Mina
that's obviously not
Familia.
our focus right
We
now. So,
won't lose.
yeah, you're doing a good job.
Listening. Get out of my way!
Target sighted C. One
Dropping
suppressed.
smokes.
Grenade.
Sensor tripped.
Oh my goodness.
Reloading.
It's a kindness. Ultimate ready. Pull them to their grave. Reloading. Nothing there.
One enemy remaining.
Spike planted. Barrier deployed. Reloading. There. Grenade! Oh. Okay, who's got the snacks?
I didn't even see them.
We know more than we did before. Let's use that.
Sound sensor up.
We will reveal their secrets.
Shutting them down.
Last player standing. Spike down A. Last player standing.
Yeah, you're doing a good job. I think you're patient. I would like to see the grab net or the wall a little bit more, like when you're kind of waiting around that like entrance a little bit. But this jet might be a smurf, just the way that he's taking
The
these fights.
battlefield changes
So,
with every
Still
player.
winnable. Don't lose hope, I guess. But we're doing all the right things. Just try to get that grab net or that wall out when you're right at that choke point. If you're waiting a little bit.
I guess we're going to see.
Sound sensor up.
Oh my.
Reloading. Enemy spotted C.
Oh no.
Here comes the party.
Suppressing. One suppressed.
Don't worry about it. I think you might have died in the air, which is a little bit crazy. But
Dropping smokes.
yeah, that's all good. It's all good. Honestly, our past couple deaths have just been a little bit unlucky in terms of the gun duels themselves. But maybe to just re-emphasize the strafes. Try to really go wide. Really keep those big boy strafes going. It will give you a bit more time to stay alive.
Okay. Nice job.
Attack when they're suppressed. I cut their options, they make mistakes.
Listening.
Reloading. Charlie Mike, let's move.
Where are we going?
Reloading. Listening. There. Enemy spotted C.
Target sighted B. Suppressing. One suppressed.
My eyes are down.
Grenade.
No escape.
Plant the spike.
What? No one is on A?
Dropping smokes.
Flashbang.
Spike down B.
Thank you. Back on line. Reloading.
Yeah, I mean, nice kill. You did mention that
Last
no one was on
player
A. You
standing.
could just walk around and go back if you wanted to. But I mean, I don't mind it. I did like that you use your grab jump before you landed. That's probably the big one. So
Yeah, I don't know if it
They
caught
think
anyone, though.
themselves are equals.
yeah, it's always tough to try to get
They are
those landings.
mistaken.
You could try to bias it towards where your teammates smoke is generally a good spot. You most of the time would catch someone like playing close to the smoke, or just any corner really.
Yeah.
From what I can tell this game, I think if you were to follow your raise around, it would make your life a little bit easier.
Okay. Raise my new bestie.
Sound sensor up.
Oh.
Spike carrier down.
Uh-oh.
Spike down mid.
Where is everyone hiding?
Okay. I have the spike.
Uh-oh. Where are we going? I have 5 HP.
Last player standing. Spike
retrieved
down
the spike.
C.
The turret.
Got you.
Yeah, that was good though. Something that I saw in another video that you might want to employ. It's called like the copycat technique. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
30 seconds
Basically, like whatever your teammate is doing, you copy them. So if they're shift walking, you shift walk. If they're running, you run. Type of vibe. You did a good job though, starting with the raise. Unfortunately, that omen, it was just, you know, he didn't actually get traded. But
Enemy down.
that was the right idea.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this
10
round is going
seconds
crazy.
left.
NT.
Listen up, you muckers. If I don't get back up, just give me a nudge. I might not be dead, just taking a wee kip. Ultimate ready. Sound sensor up. With me.
Shutting them down.
Hi! I'm pissed!
Oh no.
Enemy spotted A. Hold them to their grave! Dropping smokes. Fire in the hole! Nothing there. You should run. No surprises. I hear you. I catch you. My ult is ready. Refreshing. Clean kill. Reloading. Blocking movement.
One enemy remaining.
Sorted. Drop in a smoke. Throwing net. They're done.
So
You're up.
stressful.
Stay safe. You're going back in.
Yeah, really nice round. Good job. Low key popping off.
Thanks, coach.
Listening.
Need a drop. Thank you.
Let's
Thank
make
you.
them dance. Get out of my way. Throwing nets.
Oh my god.
Spike down C.
Reloading.
Back like I never left.
Last player standing.
Spike planted.
Man. Empty. I feel like in low elo it helps to
Last
very
round before the
vaguely
switch.
IGL a bit.
Spend
What's
wisely or
IGL?
spend foolishly. Just spend. Sound sensor up.
IGLing is shorthand for in-game leading. Basically just like calling rounds, like calling strats.
Oh yeah, I do not have the confidence for that yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
get
no,
set
that's
up.
valid. I wouldn't expect, you know, IGL even at this rank. But we're doing good. We're almost at defense.
Oh my god.
Target
Spike down A.
Okay, we dived it up. That's gonna happen. Don't worry about it. Just so you know, in the future, technically the way you peek an op, if you know he's there, is like jump peeking or jiggling. But that's a mechanic we can worry about another day. Okay, so since we're about to switch over to defense, I just want to give you the quick game plan. Very simple. I just want you to start B every round and then wall off front B. And then if there's noise A, fast rotate to A. Trying to use your grab net as you rotate in. You don't have to.
Last player
Or
standing.
fast rotating to C. But basically you're just gonna wall B every single round and then just play rotate.
Well, I'll be like here.
Let's see where your mouse goes.
Switching sides.
Yes,
Can you see
yeah,
my
yeah.
mouse? Okay.
Yes, yes. Yeah, front B like that. Perfect. Just wall that every single round and then just rotate based on first sign of life, and yeah, you should be good.
We're both ready.
Hold the line.
Barrier deployed.
One suppressed.
Oh no.
Spike planted.
Grenade!
80 on neon.
That was good. That was like perfect to the plan. Unfortunately, your A players weren't getting info, but that was perfect to the plan.
Engineer killed.
I'll clip that round, and we'll talk about how to shoot pistols in a second, because you're doing those like really wide scrapes, which is great for Vandal and stuff. But for now, don't worry about changing it. We're doing a good job. That was definitely to the plan. Unfortunately, yeah, no one spotted A info, so that was good. Good.
Should I have bought the shield? Maybe not. Oops.
Yeah, you could sell the shield. You don't really buy too much on round 2. Just util and then save for a rifle in round 3.
Oh shite, I lost my pet rock.
Blocking movement.
Oh.
Over there.
Someone is here, but I am scared.
Kill confirmed.
They were all here.
Out of charges.
Yeah, good kill. Peeking on that front B angle is always tough because of like the different head elevation. So, if you did know that there were a lot of people there, that could be a good time for you to use your grav net.
Yeah.
But I don't mind you swinging there. It's better that you get more fights. So,
Caught one.
and we should have a rifle next round, which would be
Tripwire
nice.
destroyed.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Shine them down. One suppressed. Flash.
Oh no.
Catch your breath. Not that I need to, of course.
Maybe then it's better to be a
Heads
little
down,
farther
guns
away.
up, get deadly.
Barrier deployed.
Multiple enemies A.
Dropping smoke.
Grenade.
Oh my god.
Spike down A.
Reloading.
Reloading. Spike is A.
No escape.
Flashbang.
Sound sensor. Sensor trick. I shot somebody.
Oh my god.
Last player standing.
Neon scares me.
One enemy remaining.
That's 3. Dropping a smoke.
Yeah, you did a good job there. You rotated quick enough. You're there for the site hold. Every time this raise satchels, we get stun locked. It's kind of actually hard to kill the raise in the air. So, you know, I guess
30
don't get
seconds
super
left.
distracted by the raise. And think more about like just moving. Because like we're getting stun locked and we're not moving enough in the raise.
There's a name for this. Oh yeah.
Nice, Clove win.
Second-hand
You can see how
advantage.
spraying, by the way, is so much
My
easier.
stuff
But
is
we'll
not
get to that
functioning
point.
yet.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Celebrate that.
But yeah, that was a very ideal fast rotate. If you wanted to, we can't afford that. That sucks. I was gonna say you could sensor like throw one sensor on A so you can rotate and it's like a little bit quicker.
We can do a ghost.
Yeah, whatever you want to buy. It looks like we're kind of broke anyways.
Wait, one sensor on where? Oh my
You could throw it on
goodness.
A somewhere and then wall B.
Multiple enemies A.
Oh.
No peeking. Blocking movement. Dropping a smoke. No
Two
surprises.
suppressed.
Oh.
Flag it.
Throwing net.
Target sighted A.
Enemy spotted A.
One enemy remaining.
Here, someone is A.
You made a mess of yourself. Views don't get a reset button, so stay alive, please.
Yeah, I think that's a good formula. If you have time, just run sensor A and then throw one like the wall B. That should be good for
I
you.
went the wrong way then.
That's okay. That's okay. You don't have to do it this round.
Okay, I'll just all be here.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Let's get this done.
Blocking movement.
Spike down.
Listening.
Careful now.
No surprises. Ultimate ready.
Reloading. Suppressing. One suppressed. Target sighted C.
No escape.
Maybe I wasn't hearing footsteps. Maybe it was just the
Like
fan.
I never left.
Reloading.
Found you. Why destroyed?
One enemy
Oh my
remaining.
god, I'm so confused.
Reloading. Flash.
Okay.
My ultimate is ready.
30 seconds left. Ten seconds left.
Someone is C.
Okay, time for a break.
Reloading.
Outside of this gig, immortality doesn't
Sometimes I
have
feel
as
like I'm
many
just running
day-to-day
in
benefits
circles.
as you'd think.
Good kills though. Good kills. Good movement. Sensor A, wall B. You'll be good.
I can probably do both sensors.
Yeah, if you want to.
Sound sensor up. Sound sensor up. Barrier
Get out of my
deployed.
way!
Oh my god. Ah! That was too stressful.
Where is everyone hiding?
No stress. We got the kill. We got the kill. That's where spraying obviously could help, but
Yeah.
yeah, we got the kill. No stress. No stress. That's a problem for a future day.
A kill is a kill.
A kill is a kill. Keep focusing on those big boy strafes and bursts. You'll be good to go. This Jet is a bit of a psychopath.
Shutting them down.
One enemy
Oh
remaining.
my god.
Gun here.
Thirty seconds left.
Go get him.
We're here because we're the best. Don't any of you forget that.
Ah. Sometimes I just start running.
Listening. Listening.
Alright, muckers. Off we go.
Barrier deployed.
Someone is mid.
Throwing net. Sensor tripped. No surprises. Pull them to their grave! Reeling them in. Target escaped.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
All enemies accounted for.
Ah. I'm gonna cry.
You say something? Sorry, ears still ringing.
Wait, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That fast rotate, oh my
Sound
god.
sensor up.
That, yeah, nice. Very nice, very
Listen.
nice. Nothing to change. Simple game plan, keep it up.
Yeah, it's a good strat.
They'll learn
Yeah.
eventually.
This is how you play every map. You just wall and leave.
Blocking movement.
Oh, they're healing.
No escape.
Scatter.
Slammer. Hi. Bye. Someone is A.
Sensor tripped.
What? They're all over the map.
Enemy spotted.
One enemy
My ult
remaining.
ready.
Oh.
That was a very strange round. There's literally someone everywhere.
Yeah, I got
That's-
lost.
Yeah, that is gonna happen sometimes. I get lost too when those rounds happen. So there's not really much you can, I guess. There's no hard reads you can do. You have to identify that they're split and then try to play your spot, I guess.
Okay.
Last
But
player
you do a
standing.
good job. You do the grab this time
30
instead of
seconds left.
overswinging. And the delay. I wonder if this rage in this match too.
Gone
Oh,
here.
nice.
Match point.
Delete, bra, that was good. Now we end this. We can do this.
Ah. Oh, well, if Cypher is doing those, then I don't need to.
I'm here to stay.
Maybe I should have put them on C then.
Barrier deployed. Pissed. Over there. No escape. You should run. Sensor up.
Ah!
Spike down B.
Spike spotted.
Yeah, that was fine. That's something to talk about
Last
another day
player
in terms of
standing.
like routing on how to fall back and stuff. But did you hear the
One
jet?
enemy
Basically?
remaining.
Did I what?
Spike
Did you hear the
planted.
jet?
No.
No? Okay. That's fine. Oh my god. Wow, we just won that? I wonder if the jet was actually smurfing, but that was a good game. How'd you
The flow
feel?
was also pretty good.
Yeah.
I felt good.
How'd your gunfights feel?
Stressful.
Clutch.
Stressful?
But I think it's just because of the
Defenders win.
screen.
You got some added pressure.
Yeah.
Smells like victory.
Well, now when you play alone off stream, it'll be super easy. Walk in the park.
Hopefully.
Alrighty. Let's take a look at some clips. I clipped a bunch of stuff. Nothing too major in the sense of like I think we played the game pretty well overall. It's just like more small stuff that we've intentionally ignored. So yeah, we'll just kind of go back and revisit some of this.
Okay. Will you be sharing your screen?
Yes, let me
Okay.
share my screen. I should be able to do it in this channel. Did that work?
It's loading.
Loading. Okay. So let's see. I clipped. So it looks like around 10 things. I'm gonna mute because I don't want to hear myself. Let me pull up Epic Pen. Okay. Let's see.
Are you sure you have spatial audio on? I think I do. I think I'm just bad at spatial awareness in general, so it might not even help me that much. Audio?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
check.
I have it.
Yeah. I feel like I can't hear shit sometimes anyway, so it is what it is. What was this round? I wonder if I clipped this one too late or if it was round 2. Oh yeah, this was just a util thing here. So right around here, because your teammate's already in front, you have some downtime to throw your net, like backside, like here, this area here, or maybe around this box. So it's just it's a good thing to do if you can get your util out early. Or when the smoke comes up, you can try to throw it like over the top of the box and towards spawn. If you look at minimap really quick.
Yeah, usually if I have people in front of me, I get scared because sometimes they just like start running and then they just land underneath where I threw it. Like my timing is really off.
Yeah, for sure. And it's honestly it's not bad to not see the util used here just because it's not super important at this stage, but I did figure we could mention it. As for the gun, the wall here was good. You always have a good wall when you're in post plant, so that's good. And then the strafes with the jet here, you can see you're very mobile doing the big boy strafes, and so is he. But that's good if you're having a rifle. So we'll talk about pistol gameplay a bit more. But generally with pistols, you can actually be a bit more spammy with it, counterintuitive to what you might think. So we'll talk about pistols a bit more, but I did like that you were doing big boy strafes there. Let's see, what was this clip for? I think it was the fight on the jet. Yeah, this was fine. We did the big boy strafe. He's just crouch spraying. So I clipped this specifically just to kind of highlight how easy it is for this guy to spray. Like all he did was swing one time, and then well, I guess he did it twice. But typically you do a burst followed by a strafe again, followed by a spray. But we unfortunately just got outgunned there, and that's gonna happen. So I think that was fine. Let's see, skipping over to this clip here. Which one is this? This might be another GravNet moment. Yeah, so your club is entering here. You could throw your GravNet to make it a little bit easier. Again, throwing it towards this plat area. Some people argue that it's a little bit scary because you aren't able to shoot just in case they peek. But that could make this a little bit easier. And we saw some gunfights here that I think was good. Yeah, good movement here. Little burst strafe, that's good. We don't get stun locked when we see Neon, but we get stun locked when we see Rays, which is probably just a height difference here, but you can see here at least we're moving a little bit. That wasn't really happening when the Rays appeared on your screen. So I don't know if that's just a new thing, but and yeah, here's the stun lock. You see we're kind of just like frozen a little bit.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, this I'm pretty sure you died before he like actually had accurate shots, so it's a little bit crazy. But generally, what you want to do, this is true in aim trainers too, by the way, if you ever play them. But like shots while they're like in the air, kind of moving, is tough. So either you time it as they're dropping here, or you just wait until they hit the floor. Trying to hit the shot as they're kind of coming down here, it can be kind of tough. Yeah, kind of tough because they speed up so much on the drop. So you kind of want to get it just at the time they're dropping, I guess. But in Valorant more so, you normally kind of just wait for them to hit the floor. So
Okay. I'll probably just keep that in mind.
Yeah. What is this one? The trade on longs. This is kind of hard to get down, so I'm just gonna introduce the concept. But when you see this guy die, what you want to train yourself to do, you see like thing here, point eyes here, so you can see where he is on the minimap. And that will help you pre-aim a little bit better.
Okay.
That's like trading 101 when you get to that level, is minimap first so that you can trade. If you're both, like if you're already in the open fighting the angle, then of course don't look at the minimap. But generally if you're in cover, so like this is cover, and your teammate took a fight, then you can look at minimap really quick to double confirm where they are before you go for the swing. And if we did do that, you might have not actually had that little buffer strafe that you saw there. You might have just swung confidently on that angle. But this Omen's kind of doing a good job of isolating those fights and playing a really tight angle, so it's a little bit difficult for you to get that trade regardless. I just wanted to mention the minimap thing there. And this was all fine, right? Good kill here. What we did notice, I wanted to point out, is Cypher Roll. Are you familiar with what Cypher Roll does?
Yeah. Shows you where everyone is.
Yeah, exactly. So in this case, if we did read the cipher roll as soon as it pinged and we got this kill, C site is open. Now you probably would have died to the turret anyways because we have 5 HP.
Yeah.
But this would be like pattern recognition would be you see cipher roll, you see an open bomb site. If you're close enough, you try to sprint there.
Okay.
But yeah, we died to the turret there, no big deal. What was this next one here? I need a bit more context. I think that this was just a well played around here. Oh, the ult. I did want to talk about your Deadlock ult. So, are you aware of how the Deadlock ult works?
Kind of, but maybe there's like some timing thing that I'm not aware of.
Okay.
Because sometimes I'll like target someone, but it won't capture them. Like, or like I move too slow afterward. I don't know if I can move afterward. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the Deadlock ult's a little bit strange. The main thing that you need to know with the Deadlock ult is that it does have a little bit of travel time, but the more important thing is that it bounces. So normally when you see players use Deadlock ult, it's not to actually aim it and shoot it directly at someone. It's used to kind of bounce to clear a corner. And treating it more like a molly almost. So like, let me kind of go around this range really quickly. So let's say like my read is that there's a player in this corner here. That's where you would use the Deadlock ult. You just bounce it off this corner to try to get that. And obviously anything hit still will work. That's good. That's more so the use case for it. Sometimes you'll see people just like jump around with the Deadlock ult and treat it like a raise rocket. And then when they see someone, they'll just shoot at them. That's also something you can do. Kind of just treat it like an entry tool and pretend like you're invincible. Some people do that. But the most common way to use it is just bounce it off of corners. So in this case here, when you shot your ult down short, it would have been a little bit better to peek deeper into short so that you can get it to bounce off of this wall to clear that corner.
Okay.
Because if you look at minimap now, it stops a little bit short. It's just like up here.
Oh, I don't even look at the minimap when I'm doing this. That would probably be helpful.
I don't think it shows up until you shoot it. I could be wrong
okay.
on that. I could be wrong on that. That maybe someone in chat actually knows. Okay, and then I think we had a couple gun duels here. So turn around, kill this jet. Yeah, so this is a bit more normal to use the ghost. I like to kind of shoot a couple bullets instead of like tap, 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 tap strafe, like with the ghost or with pistols. I kind of just like to shoot a couple bullets, like maybe like 1 to 4 bullets, because you can actually tap back to back pretty quickly and get some kills. So let me spawn the bots really quickly. This is pistol 101. You don't actually just tap because it takes too long. Like you could do this, but like that does take a bit of time to get the kill. So more oftentimes than not, you'll see like maybe like you'll crouch and shoot a couple of bullets and then you'll stand up again. But you could just stand still and shoot a couple bullets too if you want. But you'll see pros do this too. They'll kind of sometimes just spam the ghost. There is recoil on the ghost, right? So if you're really good at it, you just pull down and control your ghost and pretend like you're spraying with the ghost. There is some crazy clips of pros doing that, but I wouldn't really recommend that. I would say just tap your first shot and then give it a slight pause to reset. So tap, burst, I guess, or tap, shoot. That's kind of the formula. So it's like tap, shoot. And then you can do it with like a crouch if you want to. Works a little bit better with the classic, I think. But it just lets you simplify the fight a little bit more, I think, if you just be okay with like rapid firing your classic a little bit. You do want to space out your shots a little bit more. But maybe it'll be useful for you to just go in the range, just test out the pistols. Because everyone shoots their pistols like this at the start, but you can see the time to kill is just way longer.
Yeah.
And that does force you to kind of hit really nice shots. Whereas like if you kind of just spam a little bit, simplifies it. So that is kind of the same idea with spraying, I suppose.
Yeah, that makes
just
sense.
in general. This round here, let me remember. Oh, okay, so 2v4. Ideally what you do here as you're scaling up is use your wall before you plant. Just so that as you're planting, basically the way you need to think about when you're planting is instead of a 2v4, it then turns into a 1v4 for that time period you're planting.
Yeah.
So the enemy team generally recognizes that and they try to run out as the tap bomb plant is there, the bomb tap. So just throwing your wall early to give you some time to actually get the bomb down is a pretty important concept. It doesn't matter in this case, but you will notice that you get blinded here. And if you had that wall up, that would actually buy you time. So notice how that omen is so far back to backside. If your Clove didn't recognize that, we would just immediately lose the round. So shout out Clove there. You do end up getting your wall out. And really nice shot. Both orange bars. And you play this round really well. Good wall. Eventually this guy, last guy comes out garage and we win that too. So yeah, good positioning, good util afterwards. The main thing there is just try to get your wall out before you plant, if you can. It helps to secure the bomb site. And this was also a really good flood. It's just the pistol thing again. You can see we're just moving a lot. It's good to move generally, right? But it does just increase your time to kill. So that's pretty much all here. You could technically rotate in with your Gravnet if you wanted to, but we won't touch on that too much.
Okay.
What was this round? Wall B, run A. Oh yeah, this was just the raise satchel again. So you'll see we kind of freeze again. Boom, this guy, stun lock, and then now this guy swings us. Hit a nice shot, by the way. But very simple, just keep strafing, and it'll make your life a little bit easier. And I was also surprised that this neon was in the corner the whole time. Like, what the fuck was that? So that is what it is. And this was, what was this round? If you don't remember this round. Oh, this was good movement. Heads up on the sensor. This was good. So what you want to do here is instead of holding this window, generally you ignore the connector and you go to the bomb site because it's more important to hold the bomb site. It actually worked out in your favor here, but you wanted technically to be on site before this guy hit the tripwire. So I guess worry less about this. You can always turn around later to check it. So yeah, worry more about the bomb site. We did end up getting back, and then it works out in perfect timing. Good movement here, by the way. You got that first kill, tucked back into cover. And yeah, very minimal blue bars as well. So this was just well executed in terms of the mechanics. The crosshair placement was really good. The peeking technique was good as well on the reswing on the killjoy. So yeah, this was just good. Ideally, that was a very ideal fight, I think. And I think this was just the reswing. Wait, no, what was this? Oh, this was this is crazy. This was crazy. So going back to the bounce, I guess if you did want to bounce your ult, the most common one is off this wall to get to default, or you would bounce it off this wall to get to this corner close right. But luckily we did grab the guy in front of you, so that's great. And I mean, this was just a little psychotic, but I mean, you can see the movement kind of just saved your life here. Just being mobile, let you dodge that guy's spray. The raise didn't commit, and then yeah, I mean, this was just insane. So well played. Playing for the site hold is very important. Again, I can't really convince even some higher level players to do this because they overthink the game. But this game really is on defense as simple as fast rotate and try to run onto the bomb site through smokes to fight. And then, if they're defaulting like that other round where like there was people A site, B site, and C, then, fully leaving isn't as good. It's more important to kind of just play your spot. But generally, most of the times you can just fast rotate. So yeah.
Okay.
Really good round there.
Yay.
I don't know what this one was. Oh, this was just
I was just caught off guard.
Yeah, this was the noise. Yeah. Just the audio. This guy ran through. You can hear it back if you want. Run. Okay, well, I can't hear shit. Hold on. Let me tune this up a little bit. Run. Yeah, you can hear some steps right there. But I can see you're worried about garage, so I do understand. But yeah, overall, great game.
Yay.
It's all about keeping it simple. So defense, keep it simple. If you're playing Deadlock, just wall something and leave. Oops. But generally, fast rotate is good. And then for attack, using utility as you're about to enter a bomb site is good. So Deadlock equals nade somewhere, literally anywhere. And then Reyna is probably just flash. But overall, I would say, oh wait, I'm on the wrong thing here. Oops. Overall, we look great. Like our mechanics are looking better. We are moving a lot more. We're converting a lot more gun duels. I forgot to pop your camera back on my stream. Oops. But yeah, we're looking a lot better. I think at this point it really is just reps and then just cleaning up our decision making a little bit, but keeping the game plan as simple as possible so that you can free up your mental stack to actually figure out what's going on in the game. So like raising your awareness, looking at mini map, noticing what your teammates are doing, like actually adapting to the game. So keeping the game plan simple, making sure your mechanics are like nice, clean, and crisp, making sure that that is also as free from your mental stack as possible. At this point, it probably will always be in your mental stack a little bit. But you know, ideally, the more reps we get, the more automatic it becomes. But yeah, I mean, we're looking good. We're looking really good.
Yay.
I know that this is our last session before a little bit of an extended break. So the plan that I think for when we kind of come back is just have like a week of where we brush up on what we just kind of did, simple game plan, simple util, and just a 2-bullet burst with the big boy strafes. And then maybe a week or two after that, if you're kind of de-rested from there, we start implementing how to spray. And we would go through like an arc where we just spray for like as much as possible and try to get that down. And you might actually find that you like it more, but we'll see. But that's, I guess, the initial plan. So I don't really have much to add. I guess, I was talking a lot. Did you have anything to add or questions or comments?
Well, it sounds solid. Is there anything that you recommend that I do during my break or just chill?
I guess, do you have like access to Valorant or?
I don't have access to a PC now.
Okay, so I mean, this is no big deal. You know, maybe just brain off, do your thing. If you don't have any, if you don't have any chance to play Valorant, there's not really much that you can do. I think there's no
Yeah.
reason to look at VODs or anything like that, in my opinion.
Not even at my own VODs or
I
like
mean,
these calls.
I guess you could if you just want to keep your mind fresh, but I guess from my point of view, it is pretty simple. But I guess if you wanted to kind of like make it concrete, you could. But ultimately, our roadmap is pretty simple, I think.
Okay.
So
Okay. I'll still tune into
yeah.
the dojo calls though.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, those are more for fun for you at this point, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Maybe you can pick up some little tidbits here and there, but yeah. But I mean, really good progress from week 1 to now. I know it's not reflecting in the visual rank as much as it would be nice. It is just one of those things, though. You can definitely tell like a night and day difference from our gunfights in session 1 to gunfights in session 2, and also it's just a lot more confidence as a player. Like I actually see you actively looking for fights. So
Okay, that's good.
we're definitely on the right track. It's just more repetition at this point. It's a bit of a shame that we have to take a little bit of a roadblock here, or a little bit of a break, but you know, you just have to work within the boundaries. So
yeah.
I mean, it's all good, I guess. Did you have anything that you wanted to say or comment or add, or maybe say to chat or anything like that?
I don't think so. I was too locked in, so I didn't read any chat. So I'll probably go back through that and see if anyone mentioned anything that I'll bring up, probably to you privately. So
yeah, sounds good. Alrighty, well, I guess I'll let you go, and yeah, I guess I'll hear back from you, or I guess our next session is probably going to be closer to 3 or 4 weeks. Is that right?
I don't remember what
Yeah, I
dates
forget the exact
gave you.
time frame, but just for chat, we have a little bit of a break because Path is busy with real life stuff. So we'll kind of put a pause on the coaching for now, and then when Path is back, we'll pick up.
Yeah, the
But
first
yeah, good
Monday that
progress.
I'm back is the 21st. So
Gotcha.
it's a bit of ways.
It's a bit of ways. Understandable. But yeah, I guess I'll let you go, and hopefully you feel like you're in a good place, I guess.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Of course, thank you as well.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh my God. How was that? How was that? My first ranked game on stream, I think, aside from the original placement stuff that I did on before V25 or whatever it's called. So I was a little stressed. Sorry if that came across, but ended up doing okay. Ended up winning that game. So all good, no pressure. How are you doing, chat? How are you doing? This is, yeah, as we were just talking about, this is my last stream before the break, or not the last stream, the last week of streams. So we had today's coaching session, and then on Wednesday we'll do some side quests and gigs in Cyberpunk. Then I'm gone for a while. Well, okay, actually, don't discount me just yet. We might do something during the break. But I literally just finished work. How was it? You have a good work? I'll say, Astafarius, thank you for the prime. Hope to see you in the green room. And Eric69, thank you for the prime. Hope to see you in the green room. IRL? Maybe. Actually, I don't know what my data plan looks like when I'm in the US. I don't know if we'll be able to do an IRL, but just keep an eye out. Just keep an eye out. Get your notifications on. And we'll see about it. I'm gonna actually suffer from withdrawals without Valorant for a couple weeks. I'm not looking forward to that. But what can you do? When Ren calls, I answer. Thank you for the raid, Dopai. We're just about to look for someone else to raid as well, so we'll see who's...
Dope TV raid with 27 viewers.
27 viewers, merci. We'll see who's online. Ballad, you did great in the game. Thank you, thank you. I'm kind of nervous to come back too afterward, because like, what if I forget everything? Sometimes we take breaks from games and then I just forget everything. Oh, we can go say hi to Sean. Sean's online right now. And for the Dopai viewers, Sean was the one who introduced me to Valorant in the first place, gave me my first run around, and at the time he was gold. I don't know what his status is or his rank is right now, but I know, but it's like riding a bike. Trust, a bit of derusting will be necessary, but you'll pick it back up. Okay, good to hear. Good to hear. Even before we started this coaching, I brought up to Dopai that I was nervous about taking the break. I was like, just so you know, I have this really long work thing coming up, so hopefully it'll be fine. When the addiction started, I know. Can you believe that that was so long ago now? It feels like only yesterday. Feels like only yesterday. Okay, so I guess I'll see you on Wednesday for some Cyberpunk, if that's what you're interested in. Otherwise, I'll see you after, possibly during, and then after the break. So, hope you're having a good morning, evening, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope you have a good one, and I will see you later. Okay. Bye, 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 bye.
To before I changed, started acting strange, had my life in my own hand. Meanwhile, I was wasting time, thinking things were fine, but you had other plans. Behind your weak disguise, all the worthless lies, I was wrong and now I know. Don't think that I won't try, this is not goodbye. All my life I've been pushed around, always lost, not found, but I didn't realize. Like a giant standing in my way, leading me astray. Now it's time for me to rise. I knew I had to find myself. Turns out I'm on my own. I won't let it go. The fire burn that you pretend to know. The fire in my heart burns in your shadow. The silver lining can begin to rust, and I can't, no, I can't, I cannot trust.